Good day, eager learners. This is teacher Andrea again. Are you excited to learn new things today? Very nice. Let me welcome you to the second lesson for this quarter. But before we proceed to our lesson, let us have a game first. Here's what you're going to do. Classify the signal words above based on how they are used. The words are since, such as, powerful, because, although, due to, however, so that, finally, for instance, important, and later. You can pause this video as you answer the following items. Today's lesson will be about the types of text structures. It is important that we get to know how these text structures because if we know how the text is organized, we can have a better understanding of the main topic and supporting points. It will aid us in writing effective paragraphs and essays. Are you ready to learn more? Let's begin. There will be 5 types of text structures that we are going to deal with today. These are the following. Number 1, narrative. Number 2, sequence. Number 3, cause and effect. Number 4, problem and solution. Number 5, comparison and contrast. And number 6 is definition. Let us study them one by one. First is narrative. This text structure is used to narrate an event or story with characters, setting, conflict, point of view, and plot. You can use the image below as your graphic organizer to present a narrative text. An example of text where the narrative structure is used are fairy tales. Transitional words used for narrative text are usually descriptive language. This includes adjectives, adverbs, similes, and metaphors. Here are some of the questions you can use to know more about the narrative text you are reading. Number 1, who is the narrative about? This question will lead you to the character or characters of the story you are reading. Second, where is it set? This question will tell you the setting of the story or where the story happened. Another one is, what is the conflict? It will give you an idea of the challenges and problems happen in the story. Next, who is telling the narrative? This question will help you identify the person in the story or the person who is speaking in the story. It could be one of the characters or a narrator. It would also tell you the point of view used in the story. Lastly, what is happening? It will help you understand the story as a whole. Were you able to follow? Great. Now let's move to the second text structure. The second text structure is sequence. These texts present ideas or events in the order in which they happen. It indicates time order. It also tells us procedures and processes. You can use the image below to present the information in logical sequence. Here's an example where sequence can be commonly used. Cooking book. This is where the steps on how to cook a specific food is provided. The transitional words used to indicate sequence are first, second, third, late, next, before, then, finally, after, when and since, now or previously, and the actual use of these. And here are the questions you can ask to check your understanding of a sequential text. What items, events, or steps are listed? Do they have to always follow or happen in this order? What sequence of events is being described? What are the major incidents that occur? And lastly, how is the structure revealed in the text? The text structure that we're going to study now is cause and effect. This is used to provide explanations or reasons for a phenomenon. It provides an explanation telling why or how something happened. It also describes how two or more events are related or connected. An example topic could be the effects of cramming for an examination. The image below is the graphic organizer you can use to present your topic for cause and effect. The transitional words you can use for this structure includes if or then, reason why, as a result, therefore, because, consequently, since, so that, for, and due to. And here are the guide questions you can also use. Number 1, what happened? Number 2, why did it happen? And number 3, what caused it to happen? Were you able to follow, students? Very well. Let's go to the fourth text structure. The fourth is problem and solution. It is used to identify the problems and pose solutions. You can use the graphic organizer below to present the problem and its corresponding solution. An example topic you can ponder on is unable to submit my outputs on time. That's going to be a problem. So what do you think are the possible solutions for that specific problem? So with this, you can think of the possible solutions such as a daily planner or list down the things that you have to accomplish in a day or something like that. The transitional words you can use are problem is, dilemma is, if and then, because, so that, the question and the answer. And here are the questions you can ask to check your own text. What is the problem? Why is this a problem? Is anything being done to try to solve the problem? And what can be done to solve the problem? Another text structure is compare and contrast. This is used to discuss two ideas, events, or phenomena, showing how they are different and how they are similar. This is also used to provide an explanation telling why or how something happened. It describes how two or more events are related or connected. You can use a Venn diagram to present the similarities and differences of your chosen topic. Here are some of the topics you can work on. Movies versus books, cats versus dogs, comedy versus drama. So you just have to find the differences between those two items and also find their similarities. The words that you can use for this text structure include however or yet, nevertheless, on the other hand, but, whereas, similarly, although, also, likewise, in contrast or comparison, different, either or, in the same way, and just as. The question you can use for brainstorming are the following. What items are being compared? In what ways are they similar or different? What conclusion does the author reach about these items? Lastly, let's discuss definition. It describes a topic by listing characteristics, features, attributes, and examples. This is used to tell what something is, to present an item's attributes or properties, or to show what an item or place is like. An example topic you could use are the school, family, online learning, and many more. A concept map, which is the image below, you can use to help present the information you want to include in your essay. Here are the transitional words you can use. For example, characteristics, for instance, such as including and to illustrate. To guide you on what information you need to include in your essay, you can ask the following questions. What are the most important characteristics? How is it being described? Or what does it look like? How does it work? Or others? What is the important thing to remember about it? So students, did you understand the 6 text structures? If you have any questions or clarifications, you can directly send me a message through my FB account. And that concludes our lesson for today. See you again next time. Goodbye.